Welcome back to Tourist Journeys. Today, on this episode, we are departing Philadelphia, headed for Littleton, Massachusetts. We have the bright idea that we should go around New York City to avoid the traffic. However, does it pay off? After all, what has Jesse saying this?
Ooh, it was a long haul.
Then, after we meet up with our host in Littleton, Massachusetts, we take off for Maine. In Maine, we spend the night before crossing the border into Canada. Once in Canada, it's off to the races for St. John's. However, we are not that far yet, so continue to watch on today's Tourist Journeys. Our purpose being in Philadelphia was for two reasons. One, for Julia to reconnect with her host family where she was an au pair for 1 year. And second, for me to check out Philadelphia as Julia as my tour guide. Now that's all done, it's on to the next thing, and we are taking off and we are headed to Littleton, Massachusetts. Welcome to the Delaware Water Gap National Recreation Area, a breathtaking natural wonder that straddles the border of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. It's hard to believe we're just a stone's throw away from the bustling cities. This place feels like a different world. The Delaware River has carved its way through the Appalachian Mountains here, creating these stunning river gorges and lush forests. The history here is fascinating. Native American tribes once roamed these lands, and early settlers relied on the river for transportation. And today, it's a haven for outdoor enthusiasts, hiking, kayaking, and scenic drives. There's something for everyone. The views from Mount Termini are just incredible. The Delaware Water Gap is truly a nature's treasure, a place where history, nature, and adventure come together.
Well, we've had our first little rain. Stopped off to put up our rain gear on. Stopped raining, but at least this will save us from getting wet as we go down the highway. But we put our Vietnam rain gear on.
Yes, right now we are in New York State. We're gonna go through Connecticut all the way to Massachusetts. Should take us about 3 hours. But we'll stop for lunch and hopefully not get rained too much.
As night starts to fall, we've gone about 350 miles today before making it to Littleton, Massachusetts. We've passed through the states of New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and now are arriving to Massachusetts. It's been a long day and we're ready for dinner.
Ooh, it was a long haul. 5.5 hours, plus an hour and a half stopping.
Wrong math. We were driving about for 7 hours, so there's not 5 hours. I'm exhausted.
Wrong math. Okay, yeah, that's true. Well, you got out of the house late today, 11 o'clock, and so here we are, Littleton, Massachusetts, before we head on over to Maine and then go into Canada. Oh, Yulia.
Good morning from Littleton, Massachusetts. We woke up a little later, and every day we are waking up later and later. So it's 10 o'clock and we're still here.
It's past 10. We had some great breakfast, and this is our host last night. So we stayed in the trailer. It's our bike, obviously. And this is their house, her house, right over here. And she lives right near a lake. And so we're gonna walk down there and check it out and share it with you guys. So yeah, this is her house. It's beautiful. Most places up here are cottages by the lake, and right down there is the lake. So I guess it's about, what, 45 minutes to an hour if traffic is good. Outside of Boston, not so good, 3 hours. And so she commutes. She's a university professor, and today they had an alumni event, so she had to go and meet her colleagues down there. So it's just a little community with all little bungalows, cottages. It used to be, I guess, back in the 50s and 60s, just a place to come for the weekend. And as urban sprawl has it, people get further and further and further out. But wow. So we're going to take you a little, about 5-minute walk down to the beach area that's open to the neighborhood. And it's quite impressive for what it is. So yeah. And here we are, to the lake. They got kayaks, stand-up paddleboarding, canoes. Our host offered us hers to go out in, and Julie's like, it's a little bit cold. But look at this. I mean, this is, got the beach. Oh my gosh, got all the rocks in my shoes. Flip-flops. But look at this. So basically, right out there is the whole thing. Goes out that way. A little bit of a cove back there, swings around, goes on over there. But this is it. It's nothing. This is not like just an end of it or something. It goes out there and goes around and opens up. This is it.
And it's called the Long Lake.
The Long Lake. And we took a walk over there yesterday evening, and it's just a nice, perfect little neighborhood of historic homes. I mean, I would live here.
During the summer.
Anybody would live here. This is, house is a little bit small if you have 4 and 5 children. Maybe, you know, a little compact, but at least the one we're staying in. But it's, that little house is perfect. I love it. I would stay there forever. But you can put your boats in. Nothing big. I think 10 horsepower maximum. And it does get busy here, she says, during the summer. Today not so much because it's been raining. And
the temperature dropped from like 85 to 60. And I checked the weather. It's supposed to go up about on Sunday to 85 again. So as for now, it's about 60.
Yeah. This is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, we'll walk back, get our stuff together,
and get back on the road.
Yeah, this hop is about 2 hours. It's just a little bit north of Maine, and north of Portland, Maine, and we're staying again on the water. There's a highway that goes down, kind of like a finger off of the mainland, and it's actually on the Atlantic, so we'll have to see that and get there before dark.
And we'll try to take more of the scenic routes to avoid the highway, at the same time look around.
Yeah, because 95, you can go kind of right next to it.
Yes, and it's our first time in these states.
Absolutely. All right.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Welcome to Lowell, Massachusetts. a city steeped in industrial history. In the 19th century, Lowell was at the forefront of the American Industrial Revolution. It was a place where innovation and industry converged, forever changing the nation's landscape. Our journey takes us to the heart of this history, the boot cotton mills. Established in the early 19th century, this mill complex was a pioneer of water-powered textile manufacturing. It wasn't just a place of industry, it was a symbol of transformation. The boot cotton mills became an icon of the American dream. Inside these mills, young women, famously known as the mill girls, toiled tirelessly. They were the backbone of Lowell's textile industry. These brave women left their rural homes and work into the mills, earning wages and newfound sense of independence. Their dedication and resilience were legendary. The boot cotton mills weren't just about cotton textiles. They were about progress. With clattering looms and whirling machinery, they produced fabrics that reached far beyond Lowell, making their mark worldwide. Today, Boot Cotton Mills stands as a living testament to this era, preserving the legacy of innovation and the spirit of the mill girls. Leaving Lowell, Massachusetts, we will cross over into New Hampshire before going into Maine. But first, we need to have one heck of a rainstorm.
Mexican restaurant time. Watch out for later.
As we have now crossed into Maine, I can't help but wonder what adventures await. Maine, often referred to as the Pine Tree State, is known for its rugged coastline, and I can already catch glimpses of it from the road. The Atlantic Ocean, with its salty breeze and crashing waves, has a way of drawing you in. I've heard stories of picturesque lighthouses that dot the shoreline, guiding ships through these rocky waters. And the seafood. Oh, the seafood. Maine is famous for its lobster, and I'm looking forward to savoring the locals' flavors. But it's not just the coastline and the cuisine that make Maine special. It's the sense of history, of hard-working people who've made their living from the sea for generations. I can't wait to explore the charming coastal towns, meet the friendly locals, and maybe even dip my toes in the Atlantic. Maine has a mystique all of its own, a place where the wilderness meets the sea, and I'm excited to discover its unique beauty. So, let's dive into this coastal adventure and see what Maine has in store for us. One of the highlights of Bailey Island is the iconic Cribstone Bridge, a marvel of engineering that spans Will's gut. This unique bridge is a testament to human ingenuity as it has become an emblem of the island. Welcome to the tranquil beauty of Bailey Island, nestled along the picturesque coast of Maine. This charming island is a hidden gem known for its rugged cliffs, quaint fishing villages, and breathtaking ocean views. As you stroll along the winding roads, you'll notice lobster boats bobbing in the harbor, a testament to the island's deep-rooted maritime traditions. Bailey Island is famous for its lobster, and you can savor the fresh catch at local seafood shacks. Nature lovers will be captivated by the Giant's Stairs, a dramatic coastal feature of rugged cliffs and stone formations that has seemed to have been crafted by giants. It's the perfect spot for hiking and taking in the awe-inspiring vistas. And don't forget to visit Mackerel Cove, a serene beach where you can dip your toes into the Atlantic Ocean or simply relax and enjoy the soothing sounds of the waves.
We are in Maine in a place called Harper's Swell. And when you go to Harper's Swell, there's a point called Bailey's Island, just like the drink, Bailey's Island. And that's where we are right now at a place called Land's Inn. It's a gift shop, and there's a little point to look out at the sunset and whatnot.
And as you can see, it's really, really cold.
It's in the 60s and Julia's cold.
I'm freezing. So
Rhinos.
we saw the sunset. Now we're gonna go and have some warm tea.
Good news is we have the drone working and it comes back.
Bailey Island is a place where time seems to slow down, allowing you to connect with the natural beauty and maritime heritage of Maine. It's a destination that invites you to savor the simple pleasures of life while surrounded by the rugged beauty of the coast. Bailey Island, a coastal treasure waiting to be explored.
Ooh, we are here in Maine still, and today we are crossing over. Right now we're gonna go have breakfast and get on our way. Well, our host temporarily works here at the restaurant and recommended it, so we're going to check out the restaurant before we get on the road and have a nice breakfast.
And coffee.
Oh yes, and coffee for Julia. Fishnet Cafe. Caught you, Julia.
Okay.
How's your coffee?
The coffee's good. I have a hazelnut coffee, so it's good. Hazelnut's always good.
So we ordered a light breakfast. It's on its way out. Listening to some church bells. It's located right here next to the post office, which is that red building right over there. Along the road, Fishnet Cafe. It's a nice little breeze out, enjoying the morning. We have about a 6-hour day. We're going to go up the road that goes along Maine. It is US 1, and then it connects in at the border, the crossing, might say it wrong, Cialis, and then we go on over to St. John's in New Brunswick, that area. So it's going to be a pretty nice little drive. Look forward to it. Sure it'll be scenic. Anything else you want to add, Julia?
I'm just taking it all in, getting mentally ready for a 6-hour drive.
Well, like everything on a trip like this, the best thing about not having a schedule is that you can change the schedule. So actually we're going to take US 1 up to Lubec, which is a very small Canadian border cross at the end of US 1. It's about 219 miles, or about 4.5 hours to that border crossing. As we journey northward on US Route 1 through Maine, we are in for a treat. This historic highway stretches for over 2,000 miles from the Florida Keys to the Canadian border. It offers a glimpse into the heart and soul of the Pine Tree State. Maine's Route 1 is not just a road, it's a corridor of stories, history, and captivating scenery. And you know what they say about Maine: the way life should be. Along this coastal route, you'll find charming small towns that seem frozen in time. Places like Kittery and York, where the coastline meets the New England charm. And speaking of the coast, the Maine coastline along Route 1 is a masterpiece in itself. Rocky shores, rugged cliffs, and endless sea views are the backdrop to our adventure. But what's an adventure along Maine's coast without diving into its culinary treasures? Lobster shacks and seafood joints are a staple here. Did you know that Maine is famous for its lobster? In fact, it's the largest lobster-producing state in the United States. Those red-shelled crustaceans are not just delicious, they're a way of life here in Maine. Maine's coast has inspired artists and writers for centuries. You'll find galleries and studios tucked away in these coastal towns where creativity flourishes amidst the scenic beauty. One interesting tidbit about Route 1 in Maine is that it's a part of the longer U.S. Route 1, which stretches from Key West, Florida, all the way to Fort Kent, Maine, making it one of the longest north to south highways in the country. Maine is also known for its maritime history. The state's lighthouses, like the iconic Portland Headlight, have guided sailors safely home for generations. So as we cruise along the historic route, we're not just covering miles, we're collecting moments and stories that weave together the rich tapestry of Maine's coastal life. The road ahead is an invitation to explore, to savor the lobster rolls, to breathe in the salty sea air, and to appreciate the simple pleasures of life in these charming coastal communities. So stay with us as we journey through the heart of Maine, uncovering its hidden gems and sharing the beauty of this coastal paradise with you.
Take the world, put it on my wall. Makes you feel big, makes me feel small. All these forces on my throne, faith and doubt. I got my mind blown. Shaving lace blood on my shirt. You kiss it out, but it still hurts.
This is what you come for. We're in Maine. This is what you come for.
Find the reason why I survived that fall. Driving country roads and trails, the stars so fake, that bluish comet tail, spending cash, the coffee's gone. Shoot the moon on the horizon. Walk real slow, you might stop time. Nothing ends, it goes on forever.
Well, we are here at the Canadian border, crossing in Lubec, Maine. Our adventure is about to take a northern turn into the welcoming arms of our neighbors to the north. Lubec is known for being the easternmost town in the United States, and it shares its border with Canadian's Campobello Island, making this crossing unique in its own right. As we prepare to cross over, it's important to remember that this crossing signifies more than just a change in geography. It's a gateway to exploring the vast beauty of Canada's maritime provinces. The custom officials here are friendly and professional, ensuring a smooth transition from one incredible journey to another. Our anticipation builds as we imagine the new landscapes, cultures, and experiences that await us on the Canadian side. From the Bay of Fundy to the charming coastal towns, Canada's maritime provinces are a treasure trove of adventures. So, as we ride across the border, let's embrace the spirit of exploration and commemorate the travel brings. Our journey continues, now under the Canadian skies.